If you're like me, you know MLM is an amazing opportunity to grow a real asset for yourself. But you also see that there's huge issues starting to emerge. Like, why haven't big MLMs let tactics change in over 30 years? Or why have they been cutting commissions smaller and smaller? Or even, how dumb is it that old MLM rules say you'll get in trouble when you use the internet to grow your team? These are some of the blaring questions we all face today. This podcast will show you how real MLMers like us are waging war on the old dying methods. And we aren't cheating by only bugging uninterested family and friends. Follow this podcast while I expose the shocking methods I'm using to build my 10,000 person downline and get people begging to join my team daily. Here's to the new tactics without all those old, rusty MLM shackles. My name is Steve Larson, and welcome to Secret MLM Hacks Radio. Boom! What's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larson. Welcome back to Secret MLM Hacks Radio. I'm very excited today, and I have a very special guest. Somebody who has been an extremely active participant in the community, and honestly, just I get excited every time I see you comment. I'm very, very pumped to have you on today. Guys, please welcome here and to the show, Tricia Robinow. Very excited to have you.
Very excited to be here, Steve. Thank you so much for having me.
This is going to be awesome. Honestly, a few weeks ago, we were looking through and we're like, now, who would be really fun, just kind of cool stories to just bring on the show? And immediately Colton was like, oh my gosh, you got to get Tricia on. So that's exactly when I reached out, and so glad that you could make it. So thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Hey, just so everyone gets to know you a little bit, how did you get started in MLM?
Well, that's a great story because I'm in the wellness space, just like you.
Nice.
And when my son was born, just after my son was born, which was 40 years ago, I got out of shape. And so I was trying to get back into shape. I got really super hooked on the wellness industry. You know, I was an aerobic instructor, and then I owned a health club. And I just really wanted to make money doing what I loved. And so that I thought it was going to be the health club, and I really wanted success, and I really wanted to feel good and have people think I was doing something really, really cool. Because all my brothers and sisters, they're like CFOs, they're lawyers, they're dentists, right?
So you have an unofficial bar, right?
Exactly. I had this bar, and so believe it or not, you know, owning a health club was cool. And I actually was able to make money. At one point I made $10,000 a month. Cool. And that was kind of how I was making it. But what happened was, have you ever heard of this big company called 24 Hour Nautilus?
No.
Yeah, right? They opened in San Leandro. So I'm in Oakland, California. They opened 20 minutes away from me. Okay. And exploded. And this space was very difficult to make money in. I mean, it was like super, super hard. And so I went bankrupt.
Sure.
So like all good entrepreneurs, I filed my bankruptcy. And I had to do it, but it was pretty devastating.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing,
sure,
to be quite honest with you. You know, my son, you know, looked up to me. I was embarrassed. It pretty much devastated my life at that point. I got a divorce. I mean, it was just like that whole story of everything just fell apart. I had like $267 in the bank. Oh. My dad had to bail me out. I had to write that letter to my sisters to see who could help me. I mean, it was just like really, really, really hard. Oh, but I didn't want to get a job. I mean, I quickly realized I loved working for myself, and I did not want to get a job. I think I would rather have lived underneath the bridge than have to work for somebody else. Yeah. And so, but I needed to make money. And what did I know how to do? I knew how to grow a business. I mean, had been in that growing a business for like 13 years. So I worked as a business consultant, which is another way of saying, you know, I don't have a job, I don't have anything, so I'm just going to help other people make money. Yeah. And it was at that time, I actually remember the day. When I picked up this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
It's the gateway drug for every entrepreneur.
So I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad in about 3 trips to the bathroom. I mean, literally, it was like I was glued to this, and I realized that I wasn't like a gym owner. I wasn't like an aerobic instructor. I was actually this thing called an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And that's when it just like really sunk in that I was an entrepreneur, and he talked about network marketing, and I'm one of those gals that literally started looking for a network marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, I've been in network marketing for 16 years. I have been praying for more people that just like me, right, come my way. But you know, I was looking for a network marketing company. I literally recruited my upline to get me into the business, and I was 53. So side note, I did not quit my job, which is what I always recommend to everybody. You know, don't, you know, get excited,
Yeah.
but don't quit your job yet.
Yeah.
And so I didn't quit my job. I kept working, but I was just in love with the whole industry. And you know, I jumped in hook, line, and sinker, worked part-time with a full-time attitude. And back then we had this incredible system, which was about lead generation. And I really loved that system because we called it scrubbing the leads. Like we would have a lead come in, but we had a system where they would, you know, like get more and more interested. They had to jump through hoops to get to the next level. So I knew that they weren't just like sort of kind of interested. They had to make some choices along the way so that I knew the people I got on the phone.
This person's actually serious versus just kind of dabbling. Yeah.
Serious. Yeah. And so because of the system, I was able to move up our marketing plan really fast. So I got to, you know, everybody has different levels in their marketing plan. So in 4 years, I got to the 1%.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, through a system.
Wow.
Which was great. And it was, you know, it was fast, but really slow at the beginning, you know.
Sure, and it felt slow, I'm sure.
It felt like I couldn't get to like making even $3,000 a month. I couldn't get to that point where I really felt like I could quit my job. And literally I didn't quit my job at the very beginning because I knew that I wanted to advertise. I've always believed in advertising. I've been an entrepreneur for a very long time. And so I wanted to make sure I had some wiggle room right there. So I was finally able to, you know, quit my job. We do a lot of personal development. You know, I hear you. You know, I was at Funnel Hacker Lives 2 times. You know, I've been to, you know, Offermind. I've been to, you know, Boise to see you. So I know that you're into that too.
Yeah.
Jim Rohn worked with our company for years and years. And so I had a chance to meet him, get to know him, spend some weekends with him, and, you know, just really, I think personal development was another reason that you know, I moved up the marketing plan.
Right.
Okay, so then things changed, right? I've been in this industry for 16 years. So here's the thing I know. If you don't expect it to change, you're not going to do very well. I change like all the time, right? And to be honest, that's what makes it fun for me.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I mean, if you're an entrepreneur and you like change, then just keep your eyes open. And so that's what I've always done.
Yeah.
And so our model kind of changed to the point where it was more face-to-face. People were starting to do lots of fit camps, and they're opening up nutrition clubs and things like that. And, you know, I did it. But I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
It bothered you a little?
Well, because I do network marketing, because I like the time freedom. I want to work from home. You know, I travel. That's one of my passions. You know, I really want to be able to travel and do the things that I love. And I didn't want to get, you know, I mean, it's a great model. It really works. I love face-to-face. You know, I was hearing people from the stage, you know, all these different network marketing companies and doing so much with social media. And I'm like, this really sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, it sounded like fun. And so I this is about a year and a half ago. I got my first ClickFunnels account, and that's where I heard about you.
Yeah.
When we had the roundtables, when we had the
Ah,
roundtables, and I was like trying to squeeze my way into your table.
that's when. That's how I was standing on the chair screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I still liked you anyway. I was like, he's my kind of guy. And so I started to, became acquainted with you.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got home, I think pretty much after I got home is when you launched the secret MLM hacks. And I was like, well, of course, I've got to sign up for that. We completed the whole thing. We were just like, okay, let's do this, and we got to do this, and he's closing it down, or I can't remember what it was, but
Sure.
but we went through. I still look. I pulled this up. Look at this.
There it is.
I just have notes upon notes upon notes. I did it all. I did it all.
So what's happened in your business, I guess, as a result of it?
So as a result of it, I have been able to really focus on completely working online. Okay.
That's awesome.
And so I've been able, and I've been able to duplicate it too. So I published a book, and right now I'm just finishing up. I hacked your funnel.
Good.
So I'm just finishing up the free plus shipping.
Nice.
It's actually done. I have to just do the final touches.
Sure.
I hooked up with Anchor and started a podcast.
Nice.
I've done a 5-day workshop with a quiz. I've done a funnel for that.
Wow.
I have almost finished a membership funnel. I still have, I'm working on my application funnel, so I haven't completed that yet, but I have started on that. I'm doing monthly events and
for your team and such, or is it for bringing in new people? And
it's to bring in new people.
that's awesome.
So I'm doing 5-day wellness workshops.
Oh, cool.
In fact, this one group we have over 1,100 people in it right now.
Wow. Okay, that's
I know,
not
right?
small
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, so that's good. So I've been creating. I have a community of brand new people. I have a community of product users. I've got a community of people who are moving up the marketing plan. I have a community of my builders, so I have been doing a lot of that. I have really focused and really heard you about it's not the what, it's the who.
Yeah.
So I've really been working on my who.
That's so cool. So you've got more audiences that this has let you bring in. You can train them more. Does it help you sell more product so far?
Yeah, absolutely. But within the framework of how we can sell the product, I have that's going to be part of my free plus shipping for my book.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
love that. You put something in the front, you sell it all in the back anyway, so you're not leading with it. Totally love that.
Yeah. So that's worked out really, really good.
So what would you say to somebody then who's getting nervous about trying to, because this whole concept, funny enough, of internet plus MLM is so foreign to so many people. What would you say to somebody who's nervous about that?
About the internet?
Yeah, just about using it. All the tools we have. So many people are so scared of it.
Here's what I know. It works for me.
Yeah.
And I've been able to validate those numbers, and that is one of the things that I'm keeping close track of is how much money do I spend, how many leads do I get, how many people go through my funnel, what's the end result, how much money, like that. But I know for us, we have people moving like they've never moved before, using social media tools.
Yeah, right. They're on fire.
They're on fire, and I'm not even going to say it's the next new thing. It is the new thing.
Yeah.
And I would do it, because you get everybody prepped for it. It's you have to create the attractive character. People don't know that they're cool, Yeah. I mean, I didn't know I was cool until I, put on my green glasses, just was myself.
Yeah.
No apologies for anything. Just have fun.
What does your upline think about all this?
I've got real supportive people in my organization. In fact, the person that first mentioned the word ClickFunnels to me was my upline.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's, that isn't, that's never been an issue at all.
So awesome.
I'm very.
Yeah, one of the big things that I hear from people when I'm talking to them about this, or they're starting to see what it is that I'm proposing, and they're like, "What? This is so foreign." One of the biggest things that I hear from people, and you just kind of touched on a little bit, but they say things like, "Stephen, I'm nothing like you. I don't want to have to be like you in order to have success in this." And I'm like, "Whoa, that's not at all how this works. You get to be you loudly.
Not only do my clients need different personality types, and they are going to be different personality types. We all enhance each other. Yeah. And in network marketing, we work together. And so therefore, if you have members of your team in there with new people, then the new people have everybody's story.
What would you say is what's been the most valuable thing so far that you've gotten from the program that you've actually been able to use and apply, and you're like, wow, that was good?
A lot of your philosophy I hear you in my head all the time. Okay. So, just that's really, really important. But actually, this is something that you said at Funnel Hackers, because I was just in Nashville. You said at Funnel Hackers, and that is just do the next thing.
Yeah.
Just take the next step. And that is how you have set up the whole training. Mm-hmm. And then, especially after I have completed the program, it's like, okay, just build one funnel, make it good, right? And then the next step is whatever that is. And when I think about, Steve just says, just take the next step. I don't have to get this whole thing figured out. I just have to go to the next step. I have to get this funnel finished. I have to get it launched. I have to, do the marketing for it. That's the next step. And so I think for me, especially as an entrepreneur and just want to gobble up the whole horse, I think that's the thing that I hear you saying in my head the most.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, and we really appreciate it. Any parting words?
Yeah, I do. I do have one parting word, because we can make up stories about being too old, or we can make up stories about not understanding technology. And I just want people to understand that's just a story. And it's just a learning curve. And there's so many people that are out there to help you. Just dive in. Just dive in and have fun. That's the big thing, make it a fun experience.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Hey, I know it's tough to find people to pitch after your warm market dries up, right? That moment when you finally run out of family and friends to pitch. I don't see many uplines teaching legitimate lead strategies today, though. You see, after years of being a lead funnel builder online, I got sick of the garbage strategies most MLMs have been teaching their recruits for decades. So whether you simply want more leads to pitch or an automated MLM funnel, head over to secretmlmhacks.com to join the next free training. There you're going to learn the hidden revenue model that only the top MLMers have been using to get paid regardless if you join them. You're also going to learn the 3-step system I use to auto-recruit my downline of big producers without friends or family even knowing that I'm in MLM. If you want to do the same for yourself, head over to secretmlmhacks.com now. Again, that's secretmlmhacks.com.